Hi. Okay, so I'm just going to record a little video to go over the website component audit that I've been working on for a little bit of context on the digital experience team. We're working on kind of recreating our marketing website about.gitlab.com in a CMS, in Contentful CMS. And some of the pre-work for that is kind of going through the existing pages on our website and seeing in a visual state what they look like at the moment and how we can go through each of those components and make the most extensible, manageable amount of components within our CMS as possible. So I went through the website page by page, looked at kind of blocks of content to see which types of content are repeated throughout the site. That could be kind of one content type, or with a bit of tweaking can all be made into one content type versus one-off content type or one-off pages. Some of our pages are like very complex and probably don't belong in the CMS. But anyway, I'll get into that now. I'll share my screen and kind of show what I came up with. Which is the one that I want. Okay, so this is way zoomed out here, but the component audit has two kind of pages. I'll start with the entire site here. This goes alphabetically. So that.gitlab.com/A. So the only page in A is analysts. And this is kind of, I just took screenshots, literal screenshots of what each of the parts of the page look like. And I went, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on and so forth. So you start to see like different types of headers that could probably be one component or heroes, I guess, that are all very similar. How can we make this as reusable as possible? So like a lot of I'll go into maybe the solutions pages. Solutions pages, there are so many child pages of the solutions that instead of just copying every page that got really repetitive, every time I saw a new component, I just kind of batched it in here. But a lot of the solutions page use the same kind of header as this, or some kind of version of this header with a kind of a radius cut off image and a little bit of purple background. So coming up with things that we can reuse and make extensible. So that was kind of the first part. And then I tossed all of those into a new page and tried to group them into different types of component groupings, like the hero, what we call the next step component, which is usually kind of right above the footer of a page. Different types of carousels, like video carousel, images carousel, quotes carousels, and similarly accordions. A lot of these are kind of the same type of work, and they would look very similar in Contentful. They would have the same type of entries or fields, and then on top there's just a layer of CSS or styling. This logo band that appears quite often throughout the website. So each of these I kind of went through and talked about, what I was noticing as kind of a trend, and what could be kind of optional or Boolean, maybe true false values, something like that in Contentful. Something like some of them have this trusted by identifier and some of them don't. Should we have a max number of logos? So these are some things that can be set in Contentful as we go through and making everything be consistent. So I went and wrote all of this up in an issue that I will link as well, and went through each of our CMS planning issues and talked about, there's an issue for creating a hero. So I linked my findings for the hero pages and my recommendations. But of course, as people are building this out, use your best judgment, that sort of thing. But yeah, that's just a quick walkthrough of the component audit, just to kind of give an idea of what our site visually looks like and how, we've put a lot of work into differentiating each of these components. So we don't want to lose that. We don't want every page of our website to look the exact same. But we also want to make sure that we're only having a certain number of content types. I think we are limited at 100. So staying within those parameters. I will stop sharing, and I think that's it. Thank you so much.